Roses are red, violets are blue. Those Vans are mine, and yours? Wait a dead minute. Aren't those of my size?
Nope.
Weren't those in my wardrobe? Wait,
I don't
what
think
the hell?
so.
No, I will fight. I will
Calm,
fight for
calm
those
down,
Vans.
calm down,
I'm not
calm
afraid of.
down.
What?
Ooh, I'm not
Really?
afraid.
Oh,
Yep.
you want? Okay, fine. It's been a long time since I was doing my skits at the intro of a video, but whatever. Today we're going to talk about an iconic shoe, which was second place in my first shoe that was in my heart was Converse All-Star. For years and years and years, those Converse were my dream shoe. Then I watched Zeke and my mind changed completely. Like Vans was my new obsession, and are my favorite go-to shoe ever right now. They're in the first place of sneakers to me in my head right now. So let's talk about this iconic shoe, which came from the skate culture and then became a global icon and a global phenomena. They are so stylish, they are so cool, and let's talk about the history and the origins of Vans shoes. So let's start from the beginning. Vans, they were originally from the Van Doren Rubber Company, founded by Paul and James Van Doren in March 1966 when they opened their first store. Paul Van Doren was born on June 12, 1930, while James Van Doren was born on March 20, 1939. Paul was the first of 5 siblings of the family. Their father was an inventor, while their mother was a seamstress. They were most probably Dutch from their surname, like Van Doren sounds very Dutch, I must say. Paul and James grew up in the south of Boston. Paul left high school at the age of 16. He was interested in horses and he went to the racetracks every single day. He became known as the Dutch the Clutch. As Dutch the Clutch? Which kind of okay, Dutch the Clutch. Okay, that's cute. That's a cute name. I want to say. Okay, he made a living at the horse tracks and the pool, but his mother wasn't happy about it. With the help from his mother, he got a job at a shoe rubber company called Randolph Rubber Manufacturing that made canvas sneakers. After more than 15 years at the company, he moved to the south of California in 1964 to run a Randolph Company fabric, but left after 2 years to open Vans. In 1966, Paul and James Van Doren, together with Sergio Delia and Gordon C. Lee, decided to open the Van Doren Rubber Company, thanks to $250,000 from an investor, plus the work experience at the Randolph Company, plus the business skills from their father, with the main objective being producing high-quality sneakers sold for a lower price. Their location, you may ask? Well, next to their previous company. Those Van Doren brothers are pretty smart, I must say, because they can cut on the cost of production with this move. So, the first Van Doren store is located in Anaheim, in California. Their shoes were both produced and sold in the same place. The first model was called the Authentic. They were very similar to the Cats, actually, to the Cats shoes, but they had a thicker sole. Their cost was between $2.49 and $4.99. That in today's cash would be, with inflation, like it would be between $24.71 and $49.52. So they were pretty cheap at the time. But before being called the Authentic, they were called #44, and after some time they were called the Authentic. This model of shoe caught the attention of local skaters because of their extreme grip on the board. The skateboard Vans logo was made from Mark Van Doren, and you will ask me, who the heck is Mark Van Doren? Well, he's the son of James Van Doren, one of the founders of Vans. He did this sketch at the age of 13, guys. 13 years old. Damn, that boy was talented. It was a stencil so the logo could be sprayed onto the skateboards, and that logo was incorporated on the heel of the shoe. Mark will be a major inspo for the brand that decided to focus on skateboarding shoes. Vans became the go-to shoe for the Santa Monica and Venice area skaters. In 1976, the Vans era came out that had a padded collar and new color combos that became a major hit between skaters. The off-the-wall slang was added because it was used by skaters while doing their tricks in pools. In 1977, the old school made their debut that added leather to their construction and the iconic jazz stripe that was doodled from Paul Van Doren. It became a staple on Vans shoes. Also, the slip-on Vans were released at that same time and became the fave slip-on shoe of BMX riders, skaters, but also surfers. In 1978, Skate High was out, the first high-top skateboarding shoe. Vans became super popular when in 1982, Sean Penn wore a pair of checkerboard slip-on Vans in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Well, at this point, Vans was going great. Actually, it was awesome. The business was booming and the shoe became a fave among the skaters. But in 1984, the market was very competitive and Vans lowered their price. And then Vans had to file for bankruptcy. I hope I say it well. Bankruptcy. Let me say it in simple terms. They were broke, okay? So in 1989, Steve Caballero became the first sponsored skater of Vans, which is Caballeros, that 3 years later became the half cab, because Steve saw that skaters were cutting the color of their shoes. In 1991, Vans was back stronger than ever due to popular demand. New models came out, and in 1998, Vans opened its first skate park in Orange, California, and in 1999, Vans became the main sponsor of the Warped Tour, a touring rock festival that was in the US and Canada, with groups like Sum 41, Blink-182, Avenged Sevenfold, Sleeping Sirens, Limp Bizkit, My Chemical Romance, Yellow Card, and more. So, in 2001, Vans assisted on the production of the movie Dogtown and the Z-Boys, where the plot was about Stacy Peralta and his look on skateboarding, which won Best Director and Best Audience Award at the Sundance Film Festival. In 2004, Vans Customs was launched with the possibility of customizing Vans shoes with different patterns. In 2011, Vans will introduce the vulcanized cup sole, which has the new waffle cup technology that made their shoes more durable and with more grip. Vans will collaborate with different brands like Simpson, Toy Story, Metallica, Disney, and more. In 1998, New School was out, and we had a resurgence of this trend with the new reimagined New School. Around 2023 and 2024, the New School were everywhere on social media and they were pretty trendy. So, nowadays, Vans are an iconic sneaker brand, which is not just worn by skaters, surfers, and BMX riders, but they became a global icon. Oh yeah, and before I forget this detail, apparently SZA the singer will become the art director of Vans. Actually, is the new art director of Vans right now, and this news is pretty recent. I think it's of like 4 or 5 days ago, if I remember correctly. So yeah, Vans as new art director that is going to be SZA. So behind those Vans, there is a deep and rich history. Those skateboarding shoes are so damn iconic, and my love for Vans started around, I think, 2011, 2012, 2013. I don't remember exactly like the precise date and year, but when I started watching Zeke and Luther. If you don't know what that sitcom is, well, the door is there. You can go out from this video immediately. Like, no, I'm kidding, but that sitcom was really important in my life because it shaped me in the dude I am right now. Like, my love for skating and for Vans shoes came from that specific sitcom, and Zeke and Luther were so iconic and stylish, I must say. Like, their skater style was so inspiring for me. So cool. I was watching every episode religiously and I was so obsessed with that series, and from there my love for skateboarding and Vans came out. Even the style, it was so lit. Like, I saw this picture of Luther right now, and like, those Vans are a hit. Like, they are so damn fresh with the light blue and the chunkiness of those sneakers. I love them so damn much, and also his style. Like, The short sleeve with the long sleeve, oh, that's a staple of the 2000s, and that style is so damn fire. I think maybe it will come back maybe next year or this fall. Like, I'm feeling it right now in my head. Like, I am predicting the future right now. Maybe it's coming back. I'm feeling it in my guts, here. Luther, the style was styling. Let's say it. Even Zeke, he wasn't playing with his style. The graphic tees, the flannels, those jeans, and the shoes were always on point. Like, always. My first pair of Vans, actually, yes, I have to admit it, right? Yes. Actually, they were a dupe.
What the heck?
Yes, don't come for me in the comments, but when the dude is broke, yeah, he has to get it somehow. Yes, those were a dupe, and actually watching them right now, mm, they were not that cool. Like, maybe from afar, far, you can say yes, they're not that bad, but from near, no. But I had those dupes for a bit, and then I got my first pair of Vans, my Vans Authentic. They were black, total black. I got them at the thrift, which it was a damn rarity because I never get shoes at the thrift because my foot is ginormic, is gigantic actually, because I have size 47 European, so in the US will be, I think, 13, and in the UK 12. It should be that way. So those Vans were my first pair, and I got them, I think the price, I don't know if it was around, I think 10 euros probably. They were a major deal because I never find shoes at the thrift, as I told you before. And then after this pair, I got a pair of Vans Old School. They were black actually, and those lasted me for like around 2 years. I think they lasted, those old school, and also those were really nice. And after I got my third pair, I actually went to Germany for my year. Like, as an exchange, I went to Germany. I stayed there for a year, and I didn't bring my Vans with me. So I got another pair of Vans Old School. This time they were in this turquoise. They were in this turquoise steel color that I love to death. Like, the first time I tried those Vans, I was majorly in love. And those Vans, actually, they didn't last me long because I had only 3 pairs of shoes, if I remember correctly, during that year in Germany. So I used them almost every day, used them everywhere in any situation, almost daily. So those Vans are pretty rough right now. I don't use them right now because they're not in a good condition, let's say. And then after this pair, I got 2 pairs of Vans. Actually got them for an offer, so I got 2 pair of Vans for 80 euros. So that's the deal that I will never forget in my life, because 2 pair of Vans for 80 damn euros. Like, you should have been there while I was searching on the internet and seeing those. My god. And they were the 2 pair of Vans that I wanted for so long. The new school, and I got them around 2024 when they were pretty trendy. And then I got also the Vans LS Speed. Actually, I can show these Vans to you right now. So those are the Vans that I got, and those are the new school, the checkered new school with this brown and blue. They are so cool, but I think I've used them too much at that damn summer job because I want to be stylish. But I should have brought my gym shoes because the road there was full of rocks and my shoes, they couldn't handle them. So they're in pretty bad shape. I have to wash them and get them back to life, And then I have these Vans LS Speed. They are so nice. Actually, they make my feet pretty small, so that's a big plus to me because I have big feet, as I told you. And yes, those, I think they're pretty underrated because usually they will always like shout out the new school and the old school. But those LS Speed, they look very nice. I love the silhouette, and also my favorite part, I think, is the tongue with the big Vans logo on top. I don't know why, but it's so satisfying to see, and I love to style them with almost any outfit because they are black, they are very versatile. So I think that's it. But you will probably ask me, but bro, will you get another pair of Vans in the future, right? like right now, I must admit, I think yes, because those new school that I've shown you right now, they're not really in good conditions. So probably we get another pair before Christmas with my savings. And yes, I think I need another pair of new school. But other than that, I am satisfied with my Vans purchases right now. Yes, right now I could have shown you some outfits with my Vans, but honestly, it's too damn hot still. Like, this room is boiling, and I already have a video about how to style Vans new school. I will link it somewhere here or down below. Those outfits were pretty cool, I must admit. So I think that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed discovering the history behind Vans and also my love story with this brand, because I love them so damn much. Like, Vans, if you're watching this video and you want to sponsor me, I am here, like I am ready. So if you're watching this video, please sponsor me, please don't break my heart. Whatever, hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you will know when I put my next video, my fellas. And I will see y'all pretty soon on my next video.